Hello everyone, so in today's video I will be reviewing this handheld M17 handheld video game console with a 4.3-inch screen. This is a box that it comes with. Whoops. Here's an instruction booklet. That's the Mandarin side, this is the English side. Very basic instructions. Just basically tells you what all the input-output ports are. Comes with this USB-C cable for charging. I think it's a charging cable. And it shows you the specs of this video game console. It's using the emulate 4.3 operating system. It tells you what kind of emulators are in it. The battery, it says it's 2000 milliamps. Power supply is 5 volt 2 amp. It says system memory is 2 gigabytes. I'll get to this in the next part. When I'm at the computer, I'll show you the specs of it. Right now, I just want to show you the video game console. This is the M17. This did not cost very much. Maybe about $40 on AliExpress. If you buy it on Amazon, they would charge you more for it. I'm not sure how much they would charge on Amazon, but it would definitely cost more. This is a speaker. This is the micro SD card. This is the on-off power switch. This is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This is for charging it with the USB-C cable. And you have the trigger buttons here. L2 and R2. You have L1 on here and L2, R1 on there. Here's the D-pad. It's a little bit thin, very small. I guess this is for kids. Here's the analog stick. It does have a button on it. You could press it. This is R1. This is L2 button. This is ABXY. This is for volume up. This is for volume down. This is the select button. This is the start button. Has everything a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2 controller has. It's a modern controller layout. To turn it on, it's quite simple. When I got it, this thing wasn't charged a lot, so I had to charge it before I do this review. So I charged it. So you just move the switch from left to right to turn it on, just like that. It's quite simple to use. You use the emulate operating system. I think this is Linux based or something. Okay, let's play some games. Let's play some arcade games. One thing I like about this is that it has a lot of arcade games and all the cores do work. So the action button is A, this button. All these emulators work. It's a cool thing about it. All the ROM sets for MAME are correct. And this is last played one of my favorite games. Select to enter coins. Has all the buttons that a Neo Geo would need. get out, it's start select, and you get to this menu. There's no RetroArch menu in this emulator, unfortunately. This is the only menu that you get. Very simple, like I said. Everything works right out of the box. No problems. Let's see if Samurai Showdown works. One of my favorite games. Back in college, I used to play this all the time at the cafeteria. It's perfect. Everything works. I hate this guy. I hate this damn cave demon. Gaon or whatever his name is. Okay, that works. Let's get out of here. Alright. I'll show you how to put games in if you want to do that in the future. So you could press B to get back. This is kind of like the RetroArch or RetroPie menu. Like, we got the NES. What is the Super Nintendo? Let's try some NES games. There's a lot of games in here. There's like, this is 19,000 something, 800. This is unmanageable. So a lot of it's in Mandarin. If you can't read Chinese, then you're not in luck. Some of it's in English too. I really can't read Chinese that well. I could speak a little, but I can't. I can't read it very well. See, there's a lot of repeats. The Zelda, Sonic. Let me type in something. Oh, there's Russian Attack. Okay, good. I could use the search menu. It's kind of stretched out. This isn't the original 4:3 aspect ratio on CRT television. I think this is more like 16:10. It's all stretched out. It doesn't look like the original. But it does play good. Whoops. Let's see these here. Runs perfectly. Not bad. Okay, let me get out of here. There's no way to change that, you know, the aspect ratio on this thing. Because of the fact that you press Y to search. Go back. There's no touch keypad on here. It's not like your smartphone or anything. Let's look for another game. I don't know what game. Trojan, perhaps? Let's see. Okay, good. Wow, they have everything. So this is how you could find the games. Sorry about the noise. They're doing some work in the roof. Okay, that's enough. Let me get out of here. So it does run all the 8-bit stuff just fine. Let's do some more tests. Let's try something else. Let's try N60. Let's try Super Nintendo. Let's try Star Fox. See if that's in there. That's a pretty demanding game for the NES. I don't know if that's one word or 2 words. Star Fox. Let's see. Oh, here it is. That is Star Fox. So this thing has an actually an ARM Cortex A7 processor. So I think it's pretty powerful. Has the same processor as Orange Pi PC. That doesn't look good. That's not working. That's not good. That's not good. Not good at all. Let's see if we could find one that does work. Let's see if that works or not. BR means Brazil, I think. I think that's what it means. Let's see if this works or not. I guess not, it doesn't work. Let's try some other games. Let's try. Guess not. Let's see if some of the games work here. Let's try that. Buttons are configured X and Y. I like A and B, but it's X and Y, but there's no way you could change it. It's crappy, but anyways, it works. Okay, that's good enough. Let's try a more demanding emulator. Let's try N64. I don't think this will work. I don't think the A7 is powerful enough. It's not a very powerful processor. It's very old. And the analog works. Wonder what break is. Okay, so it's A and Y. Those are the buttons. Pretty awkward. Be good if it was A and B or X and Y. Anyways, yeah, that's not very good. I guess N64 isn't going to be very good for this emulator. Some games would, but I guess not for some other games. I guess this will be a very good retro emulator. There's a lot of games in here. I can't believe they put so many PS1 games in here. These games are pretty big. They're not small games, I know that. Let's see, let's try. Yeah, they only put what they put. Definitely don't have everything in here. I wonder what this is. Some kind of a fighting game or something? Gundam fighting game. The A7 shouldn't have any problems running a PlayStation. It's like a robot version of Street Fighter, Gundam version of Street Fighter 2 or something. Never played this game. Awesome. Looks like an awesome game. Okay, that's good. So PlayStation seems to run pretty good. No problem. I know the A7 doesn't have a problem with that. Let's see what else. Let's try PSP. I doubt it could run PSP, but let's try some of the games here. I guess Metal Slug would be okay. That's not a very demanding program. Okay, it's an anthology. So there's a number of Metal Slug games in it, I would assume. Let's play Metal Slug 2 now. Single player, of course, new game. Start. Huh. A little bit of a hiccup there. Maybe it was loading or something, I don't know. Okay, all the buttons work, everything's fine. It's awesome. Okay, that does work good. Oh yes, I was running the PSP emulator, no wonder it was kind of like there's a little bit of a hiccup. Yeah, I don't think you could put a lot of PlayStation portable games on a 64 gigabyte storage device. It's not possible. They just put very basic games in here. Stuff that this video game console can handle. They didn't put anything complex like Ace Combat or anything like that, no. Definitely couldn't handle it. Yeah, this could definitely handle up to PlayStation 1. Let's see if we can find Area 88. There it is. Wow. My favorite game, Area 88. Okay, it does work. That's good. So next I want to show you how you could put ROMs in here if you want to put customized ROMs. So you saw how this thing runs. Let's try the Game Boy. Yeah, let's see if Game Boy's in here. There it is. Does have Tetris. There's a whole lot of Game Boy games in there. Again, it's stretched out. The original resolution for the Game Boy was kind of like a box resolution, a square aspect ratio. This one's definitely not the original. Okay, that works. I think that's about it. know Sega Genesis works and everything. If the SNES works. To shut it off is quite easy. If you press start, you can't shut it down like that. There's a backlight setting. This is to set the contrast of the LCD screen or IPS screen. Here's a system setting. You could set the language. I set it to US English. You could set it to whatever you want. There's a lot of different languages here, depending on which country you live. You could restore the default settings if you want. To turn it off, it's quite simple. All you do is you just move the switch, and that's it. There's no way to shut it down by pressing start and going to shut down. So now I want to put some ROMs. I want to change the ROMs or whatever. You can. There's no Wi-Fi in this thing, so the only way you're going to be able to do that is by using a micro SD USB adapter like this. Just press this in and hold it, and then just release it. It goes, I think it's upside down like this, so this is how you put it in. Make sure you put it in the right orientation or you will damage the micro SD slot. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put it into my computer and see what kind of stuff is in here. See you there. And I'm back on my computer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick in the micro SD card adapter. You can get access to the ROMs here for games. So these are all the games emulators that you have. Arcade Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari 7800, CPS1, arcade, these are arcade emulators, Atari Lynx, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, I think, Sega Genesis, Sega, that's the Japanese version of Sega Genesis, MAME. There's really a lot of arcade games here. All of them work. NEC PC Engine TurboGrafx, Nintendo Entertainment System, N64, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, PlayStation 1, PlayStation Portable, and that's basically it. You could dump ROMs or games into these folders if you wish. I don't want to put any games in there, so I'm not going to do that. So this is where you can access the games you want to put or delete if you want to remove or add games. And that's all you can have access to, really. There's no files folder. I think the files folder is in the eMMC card in the M17 Handheld video game console. And this video game console comes with an ARM Cortex A7 processor at 1.2 gigahertz, 256 megabytes of RAM. The operating system is Emulate 4.3. Storages, you can add 8 gigabyte micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. Screen is 4.3 inches. Resolution is 480 by 272. Battery is 1,500 milliamp hours. You get 2.5 hours out of it. Takes 1 hour to charge it. Dimension is 17 centimeters by 8 centimeters by 3 centimeters. 6.69 inches by 3.15 inches by 1.18 inches. So those are the specs for it. So I'm going to go back to the M14. Let me eject this out. I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm back on my M17 handheld. You don't have to have the micro SD card installed on here to turn it on. You could just turn it on without the micro SD card, and it's going to load into the operating system, and you could run it without the micro SD card. So the operating system is built in. There's a built-in eMMC chip that's in here, and then they have some games in here as well on the net chip. So this is pretty much a closed system. Okay, to get out of start select, there's a number of games in here. I want to turn it back off and put the micro SD card back into it. It goes in upside down like this. This is kind of slippery, so you might actually, it's very easy to drop, so be very careful with it. Okay, so I'm turning it back on. Now it's going to load back into the emulator. Okay. Try Atari 5200. This is interesting. Saxon. Just works right out of the box. You don't have to go into any BIOS menu or anything like that, which is pretty convenient. Okay, the games just work right out of the box. So this is a pretty foolproof retro console. So you really can't add any emulators in here other than the emulators that it came with. And that's pretty much it. So let me get out of here. You could save, there's save states in here too, which is interesting. What's this? Let's try this. I haven't tried that yet. Street Fighter, awesome. I always liked that game. Who doesn't like Street Fighter 2? Okay, does work. That's good. I like Street Fighter. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to test. So what do I think about this? I think this is a pretty good retro video gaming console. You really can't configure it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, if you just want if you just want a video game console that just works, then I guess this is the one for you. It doesn't cost very much. It costs about $40 with shipping and everything. So it didn't really cost a lot. And it's pretty sturdy. It's durable, I think. One of the things I don't like about it is that there's not much of a grip. It's very slippery. But the plastic is pretty durable. And that's pretty much it. If you have any thoughts or questions, you could leave it in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.